Hello, everyone that is watching us. My name is Pedro from Hashtag Eurovision, and I'm here with Victoria. Victoria, that will participate at the Melodifestivalen in Sweden in 2025, participating at the Heat 5, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, really nice to meet you. Welcome to the Hashtag Eurovision community. To start, I would like a few words from you to introduce yourself to our viewers that don't know you and are meeting you for the first time now.
My name is Victoria Silvstedt. I obviously grew up in Sweden and spent my teenage year there. Then I moved on to a career in modeling, TV acting. I moved on to Paris, then LA. So I had a career in acting. Then I moved on to TV presenting in France and Italy as well. I actually had an album out in Sweden, 1999, 2000, called Girl on the Run, where I actually got two gold singles with my hit Hello Hey and Rocksteady Love. So I have been on the stage before, but never to this level of Melodifestivalen. And this is like huge, this is like for
Exactly.
real, I'm like pinching myself. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm actually going to be part of it. Because in Sweden, it's such culture, it's such a big thing. The whole country like stops during Melodifestivalen, as we call it Mello, the nickname for it.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's really like, so I'm mentally preparing like every day for this, because definitely needs a lot of preparation compared to other things that I've done in the past. It's been more like, okay, I'm on the set, I'm on my job, I'm boom, 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 like, but here it's like, it has to be perfect.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have many questions to you
Yeah,
regarding that. But
yeah.
yeah, thank you for introducing yourself. And it's good that you mentioned about the your background and all the different experiences you had, like from
Yeah.
modeling to acting. I believe that there are that you launched your own lingerie line as well. Is
I
this
did.
correct?
I launched my own lingerie line. I actually did a collaboration where I had my own fashion collection as well. So I've done a lot in fashion, and still am quite active, believe it or not. But for me, growing up, I was also part of the Miss Sweden. I went to Miss World like forever ago. So I kind of started that route as well. So it's quite a journey that I've been like. It's all been kind of in the entertainment world, but like it's such a huge stretch for me actually right now to do Melodifestivalen. But you can tell that I kind of like challenges, right? I'm always going for something
Exactly.
new, exciting. So this is a huge challenge for me, which is I kind of like it. It kind of gives me that adrenaline rush because I really pushing myself to the limit and challenging myself. And I think it has to come from, I grew up in the northern part of Sweden. I was competing skiing at a very young age. So I'm like this person that I get up and I want to compete and like just go for it. So I think it's going to help me mentally to prepare for this probably.
As you just mentioned, like with these diverse and successful career that you had so far until now,
Yeah.
I would like to know like what drives your ambition and keeps you motivated to explore these new ventures, and how do you actually balance all of these different aspects of your life with all of these modeling, acting, singing, and being a businesswoman as you are. How do you deal with everything and balance everything?
I think I found that balance. You don't get it overnight. With a lot of experience, a lot of I've been in this career now for many many years. I feel like you learn on the way, and it's just been my curiosity that I have also wanted to try new things, learn new things. So, like when I came to France for the first time to work, I didn't speak a word of French. But then I started working on French TV. I learned French like boom, and then I was hosting my own live shows. And it's like once I put my mind to something, I'm good at. But I really have to push push my limits. So definitely for me, it's a challenge. But that's what I love. I'm my life is not over. I feel like this is probably like the last big thing I'll do because I feel like okay, I've done so many things, but this is also going back to my roots to Sweden and like where my family is. So I think it's also fun for them to see me doing something back home, because most of my career is kind of out in the world. So for them, it's going to be a great fun to have me back in Sweden to see me on stage. So I do it also for my family and my friends.
Exactly, with such an international career and spending so much time abroad, like
Yeah,
how do you stay grounded and connected to your roots? Because as you just mentioned, you have a strong connection with Sweden still,
yeah.
and that you feel grateful to come back for Melodifestivalen. And so yeah, it would be good to know how do you keep your connection with Sweden, even though you have this international massive
I'm
experience.
very close to my family, and I feel like they're my base in my life, and me and my mom we're like chat on the phone every day, no matter where I am. So I feel like I think that gives me that strength, also having my tight knit family and friends. So, and I feel like I'm that girl. Like you can take the girl out of the village, but you can't take the village out of the girl. That's so me because I'm like I grew up in a village, and like my mentality growing up, it's still like I appreciate the little things in life because I had to work from scratch. I had to fight to get, I didn't get anything rolled out. Everything I did, it was like in the beginning of my career, I had to fight for it. There was deception. There was so many times I just cried. I want to go back home. When I was in Paris in my beginning of my modeling career, but like, no, I have to give, not, I don't want to give up.
Mhm.
So it's like, I feel like the fact that I didn't get fame like too fast right away, I had to work at it and it kept me grounded. And I'm still like very like appreciative of everything I do. And I think long term it's a reward, because
Exactly.
in the end of the day, your career, I separate my career from my daily life. Doesn't mean that I get so much attention in my career that I have to necessarily change as a person, so I'm still like the same like I
Yeah,
was when I left
exactly.
my village. I think it's important to keep yourself grounded because you can so easily get lost in this world, the entertainment world, I would say.
As you just mentioned, like your career grew so much faster than expected potentially. So you had to
Kind
keep
of.
yourself grounded.
Yeah.
And also with this career in so many areas, if you had to choose your favorite, I know it will be a little bit difficult, but
Right.
between modeling, acting, music, business, what would you consider is like the one that you enjoy the most?
I had so much fun being on a movie set, for example. I was on a movie set for a month with Roger Moore, Cuba Gooding Jr., Vivica Fox. We shot the movie Boat Trip. For me, it was kind of like coming from my village and like watching like movies from Hollywood and like growing up, watching this like, actors and stuff to actually be in one of the main role with those actors. That was for me like, oh my God, I can't believe like I'm in a big Hollywood movie with these actors. Like so certain moments in my life, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And then getting huge like modeling contracts. I was a guest jeans model for 3 years. I was plastered all over America and all the billboards and like just things like that. They're like, oh my God, it's actually like when you make it in America, you feel like you make it everywhere. So I feel like that was like the opening to my career. And then I went on all those like American talk shows. Like I can't believe I am like, they want to hear from me. Like it's like that
Mhm.
reality check you don't realize until you're there. Oh my God, this is like the American dream in a way. So I feel like
Exactly.
different things in my life have gone like giving me different kicks. And then like in Italy, I started learning Italian. I did a lot of Italian movies. I was in a movie even with Cindy Crawford in Italy. I was hosting live shows in Italian. So it's like I feel like small little things here and there made it like, wow, I can't believe I'm doing this now. Even now with this Melodifestivalen, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. So this is a kick in my highlight on my career too, because it's so like, I can't believe it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
definitely.
appreciate
Yeah,
this little thing for
yeah,
sure.
definitely. I also have that thought that once you achieve the American audience, it's like from there, it's such a massive boom in your career,
Yeah,
no matter which area you're part of.
I definitely
Um,
got my name out there for sure after the whole LA. movies, like that was for me definitely the opening to my worldwide career, let's say, for sure.
That's super interesting. And also, you just mentioned that you learned Italian, and also when you went to France, you didn't speak any French. How many languages do you actually speak? Because it sounds impressive that you have.
Basta que je parle français, italien, svenska, and anglais, English, un poco español.
That
I
sounds
feel like when you know Italian, you understand Spanish, but I answer back in
exactly.
Italian. But for now,
Yeah.
that's it. And honestly, that's all I kind of need, really, those languages for now. I'm not planning to conquer another country, so don't worry.
No, no, no. I would suggest like Portuguese being the next language because it's also potentially similar to Spanish
Yeah,
or Italian.
nothing bad
But
for sure. No, no.
so yeah, now I would like to ask you some specific questions about your Melodifestivalen
Yeah.
journey. I know it's only starting, but I'd like to know what inspired you to participate in the Melodifestivalen this year, and if this was something that you always wanted to achieve, always that you always something that you always wanted to be part of, and what was your feeling knowing that yeah you actually made it, and you'll participate next year.
I feel like there was always a part of me who wanted to be part of it growing up, like watching it. But I always had that insecurity inside me. No, never. It's not possible. Me, never. So I never kind of like pursued it before. But then now this year, when I heard this song, and I was actually on stage this summer for the summer bus concert where I played my old hits, and I thought it was so cool. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. This is like, wow, this feels good. And after that, that's when I'm like, but why not? This song is amazing. It's totally me. I clicked with this song, and I said, why not? We try. What do I have to lose? Like, and life is too short. It's now or never. That's what I said. It's now or never. Let's just do it. So it was kind of like that spur of the moment and kind of an insecurity issue that I had before that I would never dare to do. Like being
Mhm.
on stage live. I always had that, like, kind of, especially like on television like that. It's very, like, intimidating in a way.
No, yeah, no, and I'm pretty sure that you'll do really well, like with all of the experience that you have.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna, what, I'm gonna just give my all, bring some
exactly,
glamour and fun, and just have fun because I feel like,
exactly.
I think that's in the end of the day. You can't take it too serious. You just want to do your best, have fun, bring the show on, and
Hmm.
hopefully
Yeah,
someone will like it.
yeah. Oh, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I know that the songs are not out yet, and you
Yeah.
need to keep a secret
I
on these.
know it's so hard because me, I'm like humming it all day, and I'm like, so it's hard not to.
Exactly. Yeah, but I would like to know what you can share with us a little bit about your entry, more on the message behind the song. Um,
The
um,
message is definitely like just go with it. Don't ever stop. Just kind of go for it. It's like the attitude that I kind of had, and the message from the song. It's cool. It's empowering in a way. I feel like
that's yeah, sounds interesting. I'm,
that's
I'm
all I
curious
can
now.
say. Now that's basta.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, that's enough. I know that you cannot share much. And also I'd like to know, like, what are you already shared a little bit, but what are your main expectations for your performance at Melody Festival? And because as you just mentioned, doing a live performance will be something really, really good for you. So I'd like to know, like, if you are investing in these, and how are you preparing for the competition, like
preparing.
rehearsal schedule and
Yeah,
everything.
I'm preparing already. I mean, I'm preparing on my own from where I'm at. We did already rehearsal when I was back in Sweden. I'm going back again end of January. But meanwhile, being away, I'm still practicing. I'm taking vocal lessons, and it's like you gotta prepare, like going a lot to the gym because the dancing takes a lot too.
Exactly.
So I have to prepare definitely. So it's something I'm trying to do a little bit every day, just to kind of get it going more and more. So
Yeah, and also like this year we have some big names
I
at the
know,
Melody Festival, and
huge. Like someone
yeah,
who won, like Mons, and like huge names in Sweden, like big stars and real singers who are always like there, and they're so good, you know. So I'm feeling like, okay, here I come. Like that's why I'm like, I'm in it for fun, and I just want to give some glamour and fun and upbeat, fun things. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. And I mentioned those names because yeah, some of them participated many times at the
Yeah, they're real pro.
Melodifestivalen.
I'm
They
like,
won.
wait a minute, here I come.
So I'd like to know if you have any names, like any big competitors that you're keeping an eye on.
Oh my God,
Um,
all of them. I swear, there's so many. Like, wow, wow, wow. No, I don't want to say I have one favorite. I have a lot of favorites. So I don't want to say like one name, but I know Mons is a real pro and very good.
already won. Also won Eurovision once, so yeah, it's a big name.
That's real. Wow.
Fantastic. And yeah, now that you achieved these and you are on your journey to participate, I would like to know if you have any advice that you'd like to give to aspiring singers that always dreamed to participating at the Melodifestivalen. Um,
Never give up. Just keep, if it doesn't work this year, keep trying because there is always, if there's a will, there is a way. You just have to never give up.
if there's a will, there's a way. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good mindset. Fantastic. So yeah, I saw, and yeah, you just mentioned that you always keep an eye on your own country, on Sweden. So I'd like to know if a potential question, if you could collaborate with any artist, would it be and why? I would like to know if you have any
Any
Swedish
Swedish artist you mean?
artist, but also like another name, a different name, an international artist that you'd like to
You
participate
know what
as well.
I love now? Like, I love all this, like the new DJs, like where you go out and dance. Like I like Swedish House Mafia. I love, like growing up, like listening to their songs. Now I'm crazy for Adam Port, Kanye music, that kind of like dance vibes. That's something that I love. Like, and to do some kind of like those kind of dance beats, that would be for me more exciting. Like party song, those kind of hits. So I definitely love those kind of beats. I love to go out dancing, so that's what I'm mentioning.
No, yeah, sounds accurate. No, yeah, sounds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
well, sounds like a promising collaboration if it
Yeah,
happens in the
right.
future.
Let's go.
Really.
Let's go Swedish all the way.
Yeah, fantastic. And to wrap up our interview, I'd like to ask you to leave a message to the Portuguese Eurovision fans that follow us and will follow your journey at the Melodifestivalen.
I just hope all you guys, I would see you at the finals, of course, this year. But if not, thanks for following me a little bit on the journey, at least in the first step of the competition. And I'm sending lots of love. And remember, never give up. Follow your dreams. It's all possible. Love y'all.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Bezos.
Yeah,
How do you say obrigado? I know because I'm Brazilian. How do you say bezos? Kisses in Portuguese.
beijos.
Beijos. Beijos.
It's similar, but a little bit different. Sounds
Okay,
amazing.
guys. Thank
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah, based on your CV, your career, Eurovision is the next big thing that is missing there. So
you.
maybe it will happen. So let's see. Can't wait to hear your song and hear more about you. So
Great.
good luck
Thank
in
you.
next year. I believe beginning of March at the Melodifestivalen. So yeah, and thank you so much for your time and the
Thanks for
opportunity to have
having
a
me.
chat with you.
It was fun chatting with you. Have a beautiful
Fantastic.
day.
Great. Thank you so much. So yeah,
Ciao.
see you.
Bye. Beijos. Beijos.